Hi everyone, welcome back to Smarty Workshop, a place where I make monsters and models and everything in between. It has been a very long time since I've come to you from my workshop. I have moved into a new space once again. This time it's a permanent studio, so I'm glad to be here. I can make a lot more videos from here and share all the works I've made along the way. The past few months have been interesting. They've been busy. I've been making displays and busts and all sorts of things for different clients. So I'm gonna, change the direction of the channel just a little, and I'm gonna start making some bust displays on here because masks are very limiting. We can do a lot more and have a lot more fun by changing it up and expanding what we do. Alright, I'm sure everyone's watched Wicked by now, but me. I haven't seen either one. Don't hate the messenger. I'm a mask maker, so I hope you guys enjoy what I've made here. It's clearly Elphaba, I think, from Wicked. Let's get to work. I'll show you the process that I went through. The hair, I don't think I put in there, but it's just a wig with braids, and I made a big braid out of it. You'll see every other step along the way, and I think she came out pretty good. So let me know what you guys think in the comment. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and all the other things you're supposed to do on YouTube. I want to grow this channel, and I need subscribers. So let's get to work. Elphaba, Wicked, coming up. Alright, and we're back in the studio. It's been so long since I've made anything for YouTube as far as a long video. So let's get to work, as I like to say, and get started on this Elphaba mask. And if you watched any of my other videos, you would know that I use wet clay. I like to use it for these type of projects because you can get most any texture, and it just, I don't know, it works well for me. But you have to work sort of fast because it is an air dry clay, so your time is limited. And we're going to pop these eyeballs right in and build up some flesh and see how much we can get this to look like Cynthia Erivo by the time we're done. So far it looks like something out of Cocoon, or I don't know, Enemy Mine. Anybody have any thoughts on that? Leave them in the comments. Also, I'm not going to try to sit here and lie while I'm sculpting. I have not seen Wicked, either of them, so don't hate me. But I know what she looks like, and I think she's very cool looking. Eventually I will sit down and, I don't know, watch them if someone forces me. But I did see it on Broadway almost 20 years ago, so there's that. Okay, I'm seeing glimpses of Cynthia Erivo in the sculpt. So let's keep building, applying layers, looking at it from different angles, and we will eventually arrive at our final place. I have done a lot of sculpts lately, like Shelley Duvall, Christina Ricci, and God knows who else. This particular sculpt is exciting because she has so many angles and layers. Her face is just sort of so different, and I love it. So I'm hoping to achieve a proper look here. It's been quite some time building up these cheeks and the forehead just to get it to look right. This is the part of the sculpt that, you just go over it and over it and over it. Even though it looks like it might be getting close to done, it's never close to done. You actually have to stop at some point and say, okay, I'm done with this, because you will work on the sculpture for the rest of your life. So, this is one of those for me. It took me a few days, but I wanted to get it right because I know that this Wicked movie has a huge fan base, and I don't want to get all ripped apart by any one of y'all. Alright, so I decided to be done with this sculpture. So here she is. She looks a little freakish because she has no eyelashes or makeup. And just so you know, this is what people really look like when they wake up in the morning. Secrets revealed, y'all. Smarty Ink Workshop. I have used the amazing Silly Putty to cover those eyes before we spray her down with some clear gloss so I can make my mold. The purpose of the gloss is so that you can remove the clay easily without it sticking to the plaster and giving you a hard time. And then I went ahead and greased the eyes so they wouldn't have too much sticking either. Not that plaster really sticks too much, but you never know. So it's better to be safe than sorry. So as usual, I'm making my first initial layer of plaster about 1.5 to 2 inches thick before I apply some burlap. And from there I apply more plaster until I achieve a nice thick strong mold. And it was pretty easy. Got that out, got the clay out, and here we are. The latex is in there dwelling, and here she is, a nice fresh mask of Elphaba. So let's get painting. Let's start off with our basic green skin. Now, I've never painted anybody green before, other than, I guess, a Gamora in my first 1 or 2 masks, but that was like years ago. I'm excited to do this again, and I think we're going to use every green that I have and make our own shades just to get as many layers as possible and get the skin to really look realistic. Okay, we're going to go into all our recessed areas with this green because it's a little bit darker than the green I'm going to use at the end. And I'm absolutely going to let some of this original latex color come through because in the original pictures and in the movie, it looks like you can see some golden tones popping through. So you want to make sure to keep that to make it look screen accurate. Although if you haven't watched the movie like me, how would you know, right? We're going to go there anyway. Okay, after I've done some contouring, I'm going over it slowly and lightly with a lighter shade of green and other tones, I guess, that I'm mixing in just to see what we come up with. And so far, it's coming to life. You can see all the recessed areas are shadowed out and the highlights are starting to pop. So let's keep going to get that awesome green effect. Alright, I'm getting in there with a little bit of a greenish blackish color so that we can get some extra depth because I feel satisfied with where the skin tone is, and the rest I will add with pastels and paints. Alright, we have arrived at one of my favorite parts of mask painting, which is the pastel part. You can add so many shadows and so much depth. As you will see, this mask will come to life really quickly with just a little bit of shadowing. It's just something that works so well. I'm using a regular cotton swab to apply some eyeliner or eyeshadow around the eye area. And afterwards, I will use a kind of an old paintbrush just to kind of smear it in and blend it, make it look nice and soft around the edges. I'm going to add a little bit more of a dark green around this eyeshadow I created, and that'll also just create a nice soft blending effect and bring out a little more shadow with this recessed area in her face. Using an off-white or a slightly grayish white, we're going to get in there and paint those scaleras, and afterwards we're going to follow up with a little bit of a reddish flesh kind of paint to go inside the tear duct area and all the other areas where it needs a little bit of a pink tone to bring out that realistic quality. I remember in the beginning when I used to paint the eyes, I would get the worst anxiety and just get so nervous. And now, after 150 masks, I just bang it out and even think about it. It's so nice to know that time and effort and all the practice pays off, because now it's just very easy for me to do this and it feels good. Alright, we're getting there. Right now she looks like a relative of Kermit the Frog, but we're going to change that with some lipstick. Here it comes. I'm using a darker shade of green, which you'll see later in the video that I'll go over with a lighter shade of green. I thought the darker would look better. All the artworks from all the movie posters all have different tones, so if anybody has a complaint about this paint job, check out all the posters and you'll see that I kind of end up with something in between, because some of them were so dramatically different. This paint is looking so nice. Her lips are like so juicy. Like, good for you, Cynthia and Ariana. Oh man, I cannot wait to paint some eyeballs on this chick. It's like creeping me out. Like she's about to make frog sounds. I can't. Okay, so I completely painted the eyes and didn't record it. Sorry. But here we go. We're adding a little bit of glaze to this eye after I painted it to create some shadows and not look so flat. I think I like the result here. So let's keep going and see what we get. Okay, these little freckles are really cute. I like how they came out. Satisfied. Let's move on. Putting some eyebrows on her. I've gone ahead and used a little pastel with the brush and created a shadow of where her eyebrows are going to be. Now I took a fine line paintbrush with some sort of matte brown color I created, and I'm creating little fine strokes to represent the hairs, and it gives a nice effect at the end. So it's sort of a soft brow. I'm not sure if she even has brows. I mean, I don't know. So these are the brows I'm giving her. This is where I decided her lip is just not green enough, so we're going to go ahead and paint that over using some lighter green. because we're going to get this right. I'm already glad that I chose to repaint it. I mean, sometimes you just can't be lazy. The smallest shade difference will change your mask completely. Looks to me like I'm done with this paint job. Let's move on, put some lashes on and some gloss on these eyeballs so she can look good. And then the hair. Yep, I'm into that gloss on the eyeball. She looks really good. Looks like a real person. Let's get some lashes on and she'll look even better. It took me a few to figure out which lash to put on this chick because, I don't know, you don't want to put something too plain or something too bold because it really does change the look. So, choosing the lash, ladies. Pick the right lash makes a difference. Wowza! This Elphaba is looking ready to go out for the night. I'm into this look. She looks so realistic, it's scary. As always, I hope everyone enjoyed the making of Elphaba from Wicked. I know I did. I was happy with the results and I hope you all enjoy it. I know you all like the movie. Maybe I'll watch it this year. Still time. So don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and share this video so I can make some more. Thanks again. Take care.